Hi, my name is John, and I believe in the progression of the world and its people. And I'm coming from a place where not too long ago, I only saw the worst that mankind was capable of. And I was the type of person who wanted to watch the world burn. I didn't think that we were redeemable. I didn't think that we could change our ways, that we could be compassionate for other people, you know, from different cultures and different backgrounds and different religions and spiritualities, etc. But ultimately, recently, I've gained this otherworldly confidence that, you know, I can change the world, even if it's one person at a time. Because ultimately, I love this word, perspective, and everything is about perspective. Getting people to broaden their mind is about broadening their perspective. And you have to portray things in a way that conforms to their current understanding that allows growth. What I practice, or am doing my best to practice, stoicism, control and awareness of my ego, unconditional love, which is hard, compassion, and non-judgment. And when I say non-judgment, I don't mean not judging people for their past. I mean, that is what I mean, but it's not. It's more so the idea that none of us had any power, true power, or true choice to be where we are now in this moment. I can't take credit for my current perspective. I've arrived at this situation because of my conversations with other people and my own self-reflection and trying to understand good and evil and people and psychology. And ultimately, I now understand that the world is the way it is now because the world is traumatized. The world is scarred, right? Children are the future, right? If you invest in children and you focus on children and we don't pass down our hatred and our pettiness and our ego, then there is hope. Children are innocent, and if we raise them with the proper values, then that's the first step to making the world a better place. But we still have to broaden the minds of the adults in this world, because they're the ones who teach the children. Children, we used to be children, and we experienced things in the world, and that shaped who we are now. Whether it was abusive parents, neglectful parents, toxic people who were hurt by people before them, who had their view of the world and the people in the world distorted, and then they treated people in that same manner, and they traumatized those people, and the distortion just falls downhill, And it keeps happening. And trauma begets trauma, and hate begets hate. Ultimately, it's about having compassion and understanding that the only difference between me and that person who's hurt is that they were born in the situation they were born in, and I was born in the situation that I was born in. And if I was in their shoes, I would have made the same decisions. I would have been them. I would have made the same exact decisions that they made. And ultimately, having this non-judgment is about telling people that the things that they have done in their life, even if they don't regret them yet, the horrible things that we've done to one another because of ego, because of selfishness or perseverance, is understandable. And anybody in their shoes would have made that same decision. And we cannot look down our noses at them morally and judge them. Not truly. Because as I said, if that person had been born in my shoes, they would have made the decisions that I made. And they would have had the perspectives that I have. And it all comes down to healing the world one person at a time. If we practice unconditional love and we practice non-judgment and we stop holding people accountable for the things that they've done in the past within reason, right? And I just hope that people can improve and gain the understanding that we have. That's the best that we can do, ultimately, right? And I know that this is a naive perspective, right? To see the best, to want to see the best in humanity, because we do need to protect ourselves still. We do need to make sure that we are safe, right? And that we're not letting harm inside. But if somebody truly regrets what they have done, right? Truly regrets it, then we can forgive them. But they have to truly regret it, right? And ultimately, if they're not in that mindset yet, we can at least try to lead them to that mindset. And you can't lead somebody to that mindset by being judgmental. You have to have compassion. And you have to be able to speak with them and see it from their side of the fence. And see the things the reason that they did the things as if you were them. And you have to tell them that what they did is understandable. And, they don't need to hold on to the person who did those things. That, that was required to get where they are today. And that may have been required for their survival, but it's not necessary anymore. You can let go of all that negativity, right? Because we got to start from somewhere. And that somewhere is healing people's trauma, right? How many problems in the world are caused by people who have unhealed, spirits, minds, people who would have benefited from therapy or the right medication. Granted, I don't completely believe in medication. I think that most people, I know that for some it's severe and they do. But like ADD, I believe ADD you can live with. And you can use its strengths, because it has strengths. It's not just weaknesses. It has tunnel vision, right? If you channel that energy and that focus of an ADD person, tunnel vision, into something productive, they're gonna finish it. They're gonna get it done, right? I don't know why I'm making this video. Maybe I'll release it one day. But ultimately, I hope that some people will see this video and it will make sense to them. But I'm going to keep trying. Take care.